Hello and welcome back to Real Top Tips. I talked to you in last decade, now we're in 2020. Going to talk a little bit about branding. Today we're going to talk about what is a brand, what is branding, and the way to truly start a new business's brand and how to put it out there. So what is branding? A lot of people think branding is simply a logo, the Nike swoosh, the Reebok symbol, the Adidas 3 stripes. That's their brand. And a lot of people go into their company thinking, okay, what we're doing as far as branding is putting together a logo, putting together a branding kit, and so forth. Not necessarily. Branding has a lot to do with how your client or how your potential client goes away from your company and feels. So it's not necessarily just the way that your logo looks, but the way that you interact with customers, the way your product makes them feel, the way that they think about you when they leave the store, the way they take in and interact with people who work for you. All of that is a part of your brand. So a part of your branding kit, you want to think about the messaging that you're preparing. You want to think about how you're delivering that to your client, how easy it is to accept or be a part of your business. All of that is a part of your brand, way bigger than simply a logo or even a slogan. The first thing you want to do when building a brand, and even when building that logo that is a part of your brand, is to kind of build a brand outline or build what is a brand standard. That is a part of how your brand's going to look, what type of messaging that you're going to be delivering, what type of colorways you're going to be using. And that way, when you build and scale, you'll have a footprint as to how your brand is going to move forward. You want to revisit this from time to time. Make sure that you're on point when it comes to your brand standards, similar to how you may have looked at your business plan momentarily or from time to time, just to see how you're actually going towards your correct way or vision that you initially thought about when building your business out. You want to think about a few different things when you think about your brand. You're going to think about what do you want your customer to walk away with, or what do you want your customer to think about when they do leave your store, or when they do actually interact with your brand and interact with your particular product or service. You're going to be thinking about what's going to be our brand culture, or what's going to be that feeling that we put inside our potential customers. Think about Chick-fil-A. They are just great customer service providers. They say thank you. They say it's our pleasure. Things like that have built their overall brand more than anything, more than a simple chicken sandwich, because multiple entities are building and providing chicken sandwiches to people all over the world. But Chick-fil-A, their overall messaging and their overall culture is what builds their brand for their customers and what makes people come back. When building your brand and when initially building a brand, you want to look at other people within your industry, those that are the big fish per se, that are out there, and what they're doing to build their brand, how they're getting their messaging out there, and how they're providing a system that builds their brand over time. So whether that's how they interact with their customers, how they put out emails, how they do customer retention, how they put out surveys, those type of things are very big culture builders. And you want to make sure that you're surveying and make sure that you're reviewing those particular things on a maybe quarterly basis to say, this is how our brand is sticking out. This is how our brand is differentiating itself. Because that's a big thing. You want to have a differentiator, because there will be people in your particular industry that are doing the same or similar things. You're going to want to make sure your brand is that thing that elevates you and makes you have that customer retention and that customer loyalty. So from your logo to your actual messaging to then the overall culture and the messages that you put on your website, that you put out there on commercials and so forth, resonate with your customer. Whether that is we are innovative, or whether that is we are the best customer service, or we have the best prices, we have the best people, whatever that might be, you want to make sure that all of that is put together into what is your brand. Remember that your brand, in essence, is when somebody comes to you and then leaves and walks out of that door, the things that they say about you. They're not going to say they had a cool logo. They're going to say these are the things that made them different, or these are the things or reasons why we're going to come back and be a part of what they're selling or their services. Because brand is far bigger than just a swoosh or check, stripes, or whatever it might be. Make sure to click like, subscribe, and check out our other videos about branding, about web development, about marketing agency items, and see you next time on Real Top Tips.